Welcome to Online Storytime with Mrs. Venable. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hi everyone, welcome back to Online Storytime with me, Mrs. Venable. I want to say hello to all my Mops Cubs that are watching from home. I miss you guys so much and I hope you're adjusting to our first week of online learning. I know your parents and your teachers are working really hard to make sure you learn as much as you can while we're away from school. Just like last week, this video is being produced with permission from Scholastic, and we're so thankful to them for allowing their books to be read online. Also during this video, I'll be asking you some before and after questions about our book. Feel free to pause the video after each question and talk about the answers with your family, or you can think about them in your head. Today we're going to be reading a really funny book called The Very Impatient Caterpillar by Ross Burach. I can't wait to share it with you. But before I do, I want to share some awesome work that I received from students after last week's Storytime Extension activity. Thanks so much for tuning in. Last week we read the book Dog Breath by Dave Pilkey, and it was all about a very special dog named Halitosis that saved her family when they needed her. So I invited you in our extension activity to write your own story about your pet saving the day. I had some great submissions I want to share with you. First, Tyler from first grade wrote, "My dog saved us from bad guys. He barks and bites them. He lives in the backyard." Wow, Tyler, your dog sounds really brave. Next, Adam from first grade wrote, "I have 4 pets. My favorite dog is Lenny. Lenny is 8 years old. Me and Lenny like to play ball." Wow, Adam, it sounds like you and Lenny have a really special friendship. Last, Katerina from 2nd grade wrote a story called Titus Says Goodbye to the Aliens. Once there was a little girl named Katerina who had a very fluffy dog named Titus. One day, Kat was taking a walk in the park and she came across a giant spaceship. She had Titus with her and he saw the giant spaceship and knew what it was. Titus started barking at the spaceship, and then the space aliens named SpongeBob and Fred tied Katerina up and put her in the spaceship. Titus didn't know what to do, so he went home. Then he remembered he was a superhero puppy named Captain Titus. He had superpowers like laser eyes and super strength. Titus went back to the park to see that the spaceship had already taken off. Using his tracker, he tracked the spaceship to Katerina's school. Then he tiptoed onto the spaceship and tried to find Katerina. A few minutes later, he located Katerina, and just then, the aliens jumped out and grabbed him. Captain Titus smashed Fred the alien to the ground with his super strength and punched SpongeBob to knock him out. He untied Katerina, then they hopped out of the spaceship to make sure no one was watching. No one was watching, so Captain Titus cut the spaceship up into small pieces with his laser eyes. The spaceship blew away in the wind, and Katerina and Titus lived happily ever after. Wow, Katerina, I think you might need to be an author when you grow up. This was a great story about Titus. Thank you all so much for sharing your submissions with me. Before we read our story this week, I have a couple of questions for you to think about. Remember, you can pause the video to talk about these questions with a family member, or you can think about the answers in your head. Our book this week is called The Very Impatient Caterpillar by Ross Burach. What does it mean to feel impatient? Describe a time that you have felt impatient. Have you ever seen a caterpillar before? Describe your experience. What did the caterpillar look like? Where did you see it? Lastly, we have some important vocabulary words that you're going to see in the book, so I want to make sure that you understand them, and you can look for them as we read. The first word is metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is a major change in some insects that happens as the insect becomes an adult. Our next word is chrysalis. A chrysalis is a hard case that protects a moth or a butterfly while it is turning into an adult. Last, the word migrate means to move from one area to another at different times of the year. So be sure to look for these vocabulary words as we read our story. The Very Impatient Caterpillar by Ross Burach. Hey, what are you guys doing? We're going to metamorphosize. Meta what now? Transform into butterflies. Right. I knew that. Wait, you're telling me I can become a butterfly? Yes. With wings? Yes. For real? Yes. Wait for me! Now what? Build your chrysalis. Chrysalis, right. I knew that. What? How did you do that? Is it a spin or more of a twirl? Am I a butterfly yet? Ugh. Now what? Just be patient and let nature take its course. Patience, right. I got this. Am I a butterfly yet? No. How about now? No. Now? No. Be patient. I have a question. Not yet. You don't even know what I was going to ask. Fine, ask. How's your day going? Also, am I a butterfly yet? No, just be patient. Shh, we're trying to metamorphosize. Okay. Obviously, I know this, but do you know how long this takes? 2 weeks. Right. 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Oh, what am I going to do in here for 2 weeks? Can I get a comic book or something? What if I want a snack? Hello, 2 pizzas, please. My address? A chrysalis. Hello? How long have I been in here? What if I need the bathroom? Does anyone want to play a game? It's still day 1. This is taking forever. That's it. I feel metamorphosized enough. Look out, world. Feast your eyes on this beautiful butterfly. How do I look? Transformed? Time to spread my wings and fly. Wait! Flap. Where are my wings? Splat. Time for a new approach. Okay, you can do this. You can be patient. Oh, who am I kidding? I can't be patient. You are the little caterpillar that could. I am the little caterpillar that couldn't. Get a grip. You can. I can't. You can. I can't. You can. I can't. You can. I can't. Can't. Day 1. I can be patient. Day 2. Patience is all in the mind. Day 3. Be one with the chrysalis. Day 4. Deep breath in. Day 5. And out. Look, day 6. Day 7. I'm doing it. Day 8. Just be patient. Day 9. Just be patient. Day 10. Day 11. 2 weeks later. I did it! I'm a butterfly. You know, I do feel transformed. Starting now, I'm going to be way more patient. That's great. Hey, where are you all going? We're migrating. Right. Wait for me! Are we there yet? Ugh. Let's talk about a few questions now that we've read our story. How does the caterpillar change from the beginning to the end of the story? How does the caterpillar stay the same? In your own words, describe how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Use sequence keywords such as first, then, next, and last. This book is really interesting because it contains fiction and nonfiction components. What information in this book do you think is nonfiction, which means true? What information in the book do you think is fiction, not true? What lesson about patience can we learn from the main character in this book? We also have a new extension activity for you to try out this week at home to go a step further with our reading. This week, I'm going to challenge you to imagine that you are a caterpillar going through the change of metamorphosis to become a butterfly. You can write and illustrate a journal entry that explains what it feels like to go through this change. Be sure to use the vocabulary words that we learned today, which were metamorphosis, chrysalis, and migrate. If you decide to do this extension activity, ask your parents to email it to me at venableb@russellcsd.net. You can also post it in Google Classroom, and I might just share it on next week's Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me at Storytime today. Be sure to look for new Storytime videos every Wednesday on this YouTube channel, on your teacher's Google Classroom, or the Mount Olive Primary School Facebook page. Next week, we're going to be reading Come On, Rain by Karen Hess. Happy reading! Love, Miss Venable.